What's up everybody and welcome back. This is the NBA Fanatic Johnny P and I'm bringing you another video, and today we are talking about who do you want to see on your team? Who would you rather build a team around? We're talking small forwards. Would you rather have Kawhi Leonard or would you rather have Melo? It's a really good argument, so I wrote down some stats as I always do. I figured we could discuss it, talk about it. You let me know what you think, but here is my opinion on what I would rather do. So we're gonna start off by talking about Kawhi Leonard. He's 6'7", 230 pounds. He's a 4-year pro out of San Diego State. He was drafted number 15 in the 2011 NBA draft, actually by the Indiana Pacers. I guess I didn't realize that. I just picture him being on the Spurs, but he was traded to the Spurs that evening. Now, in the most recent season, the 2014-2015 season, he averaged 16.5 points per game, 7.2 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, 2.3 steals, and his player efficiency rating was a 16.23. Now, in 2014, as I'm sure a lot of you remember, he won the Finals MVP and picked up his first Finals victory with the San Antonio Spurs. And in 2015, he also got the Defensive Player of the Year award, and he was All Defensive First Team. Now, I said he was 6'7", but his wingspan is crazy. His wingspan is listed at 7'3", is what he went into the draft, and at the combine, that's what they measured him at, 7.3. And his standing reach is at 8 foot 10 inches. I mean, that is a long dude. He's able to, and he's quick too. He's able to cover the floor. The only con that I really wrote down for him is that his field goal percentage has gone down 5% from the season before this last one, and down 3% from three. That's basically just nitpicking because he is somebody that the Spurs see their future with. You know, with Tim Duncan almost done, Tony Parker on his way out, Manu Ginobili done. These guys are just getting old and they need to pass the reins. So between Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge, you have a bright future in San Antonio. Very solid years ahead of him. And remember, he's only 24 years old. He's very young. He's only been in the league for a few years, and he already has a Finals MVP under his belt. And that is a great start. So let's switch it over. Let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. I don't have to explain much about this guy because he's been around for so long, been in the league. He's a 12-year pro, came out of the 2003 draft, and we all remember who went number 1, LeBron James. I mean, this was the draft class of all draft classes. He was actually picked 3rd out of Syracuse, but it's ironic when you think that he was picked above Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, and both of those two are champions with LeBron in Miami. Who would have known, right? But he's listed as 6'8", 240 pounds, and his wingspan, a few inches shorter. He's at 7 foot. Now his season, this past season, he was at 24.2 points per game. That's a real big increase over Kawhi. He was at 6.6 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1 steal per game, and his player efficiency rating was at 21.32. It's pretty decent. Now there wasn't too many awards for him. Now Kawhi Leonard has a few awards under his belt, and he's only been in the league for 4 years. But Melo, it's kind of a different story. I mean, there's little ones along the way, but he has no MVPs, he has no Finals victories, hence Finals MVPs, none of that. So he did get the 2013 scoring champion, so that's good. He was shooting this last season 44.4%. As his field goal percentage, and from 3 he was shooting 34.1. Now in his 2013 season, when he was the scoring champion, he was at 45.2 and 40.2 from 3. So you see a big decrease in his 3-point accuracy going into this last season. Now for him as a con, aside from his poor team, I mean the Knicks are not good right now. They have a new coach, bad team. I think Porzingis, I think he's actually going to work out really well. I kind of like this kid, even though he's real small for his height as far as weight-wise. He's very quick, he's very nimble, and I don't know, he has a few handles here and there. He can get up and down the court, so I'd like to see what happens with him. But aside from that, there's no real future right now in New York. And aside from the team, he's really just not known for his defense. So he is an offensive juggernaut. He's touted as one of the most offensively minded players in the league. It's somebody you want to shoot from anywhere. He's very potent. So when you break it down, when you think about it, you're essentially talking about a younger guy who's all about defense, or you're talking about an older veteran who's all about the offense. Now, if I'm building a team right now, moving forward, I want Kawhi Leonard. Now, you can rely on Melo to score 50 points a night if you really wanted to, but for me, I'm all about defense. I love defense. I especially love young defense, because remember, Carmelo Anthony, they're getting to a point where that draft class is hitting their 30s. You know, they are well past their midpoint in their career, if not at that midpoint, where Kawhi Leonard, he's still at the beginning of his career. So he has a lot of years ahead of him, and he's already accomplished so much under a great coach, mind you. Now, we just said Derek Fisher is the new coach for New York. So he's still trying to figure things out. Even though Phil Jackson's there, I don't think he's as hands-on as he should be. But when you're talking about Greg Popovich in San Antonio, this team has it on lock. So for me personally, I'm picking Kawhi Leonard. I like his defense. He doesn't necessarily have to shoulder a lot of the offensive load. And I think his numbers are going to get significantly better throughout the years. But that's my personal pick. My question is asking you, would you take Melo or would you take Kawhi Leonard if you had to center your team? Now, like I said, there's a big difference in age there too. Remember, we're talking about two guys that right now are playing at the top of their game. So it's just an interesting debate. But I'd like to hear what you have to say. So leave your comments in the comment section below. We'll catch you next video. Bye-bye.